Hello and welcome to Just Figures. Today we're going to be looking at the keroro Gunso Dark Keroro model kit figure. Stay tuned. So here we have the Dark Keroro model kit figure from, I think it's Plamo. If you have not been following me recently, I have done a couple of videos building this, customizing it, giving it, the full paintworks. And so, yeah, if you would like to go check those out, you could just click right here. But if not, we're going to jump into the review, which also includes, as most model kits do, building it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Well, inside the box, if you've ever seen a model kit, it is pretty standard. It comes with a bunch of these things called sprues that keep all the little pieces that you're supposed to use on it. And you get a bunch of them, and then you get a little baggie which has some stickers, and I do believe that's it. Other than, obviously, these instructions, which are pretty colorful, and I presume if I read Japanese, you would get a little story about, keroro Gunso and all his friends and wacky adventures, and if you flip it over, you get some nice, easy-to-read instructions. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, so, with what's in the box out of the way, we're going to get to the biggest, most grandest part of any model kit adventure, and that's going to be putting it together. Let's do it. So here we have Dark Keroro out of the box, completely built and painted. This guy was pretty fun to paint, I will say that. So first off, I'm going to, for anybody who's interested in these model kits, on a scale of 1 to 5 on how hard he is to build, he is probably 1, maybe even a half. This figure is one of the easiest model kits have ever had the luxury to build. He comes, I believe, with only 3 sprues, and those sprues are pretty small. And I think this one right here may be the biggest one, He is really easy to build. And even without the paint, he comes with stickers that look really nice on him. Yeah. So, let's talk about what I did. If you have not watched my videos, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. I mean, the first 2 things you probably can tell are the star up here and the eyes. Obviously, because those are pretty badly done. I was using an airbrush, and I'm not amazing at hand painting these things, so obviously these didn't turn out too well, but I do believe everything else did. I got the colors, I do believe, pretty correct. I like the way the under side of his eye came out. I thought I did a pretty good job with that. I took some liberties with his little gizmo right here. I don't remember exactly what it's called. As well as his bazooka. That this is like a Gundam bazooka, I do believe. So, as well, yeah, the shield is also Gundam, and I gave it, like, it looks pretty beat up and worn and dirty. Yep, that's about it. I mean, he didn't. There's not a whole lot of paint details. Here is his gun. He did a little bit of yellow through here and red at the bulb. But yeah, the biggest disappointments for me were obviously, as I previously stated, the eyes, the stars, because stars for me are hard to do. I suck at them. And the eyes, I messed up with the panel lining marker. But everything else, I think, came out pretty nice. Yeah, I think it all came out pretty cool looking. The figure itself is really awesome. They used to be cheap. You could used to buy them on eBay for a couple bucks, but nowadays they go for insane prices for some unknown reason. So if you want to pick one of these up, I really don't know what to tell you unless you're willing to spend I think they go for like $15 to $20 for like some of the base sets. And then some of the more like rarer figures are just ridiculously hard to get, which is really unfortunate because these are great examples of, you know, a person who wants to get into models but, you know, are kind of intimidated by all the work that would need to go into them. These would be perfect for that kind of person. It's very simple to put together, very easy, and if you do want to customize it, you can do a lot. You can make it as hard or as intricate as you would like. And that's, I think, one of the great things about model kits. Articulation-wise, this guy has ball-jointed flaps up here, a ball-jointed shoulder right here, and ball-jointed hips right here, as well as a ball-jointed head that can't get a whole lot of movement, otherwise his head pops off. So not a whole lot of articulation, but honestly, I feel like the articulation this figure does have is more than enough for this character. That's for sure. And yeah, I do believe the articulation is sufficient, although as you can see, you kind of have to be careful with vigorously moving this guy, otherwise his joints will tend to pop out. So here is a 144 scale Gundam. I do believe this is just the standard RX-72, 78, 78-2. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, like I said, this is a 144 scale. If you are familiar, they stand roughly about, I'd say 5, maybe 6 inches. So this figure's about 2 inches shorter than that. He's about 4 inches tall with his base. Yeah, right under 4. Anyway, this is just a little quick comparison to see the differences between these two. As you could see right here, the shield is meant to be very similar to this shield, as well as the bazooka. Let's see if I can get it clipped off. Is almost an exact copy of this bazooka. So all in all, I do have to say this figure is pretty awesome. If you can find them, pick them up. Just remember to get them for cheap, because these figures probably cost 2 pennies to make. But, you know, still a great gateway for anybody looking into modeling, even kids. This has been Just Figures with the Keroro Gunso Dark Keroro Bandai Model Kit review. As stated before, if you want to see the progression of me building this model kit, you can see click the video link after this video is over. Thank you all. Stay tuned.